Hey friends, have you heard the latest news from Parker CGH? Schnabel's camp, he just struck gold literally. And we're not talking small amounts here, we're talking millions. But here's the kicker, instead of expanding the excavation to bring in more riches, Parker has made the bold decision to close off access to his Alaskan mine. Now, why would anyone do that after making such an incredible discovery? Well, buckle up, because we're diving into the fascinating story behind this gold rush phenomenon, and trust me, you don't want to miss it. Let's take it back to the start of Parker's journey when he inherited his grandfather's claim in Alaska. At just 16, a teenager, with a drive like no other, Parker wasn't satisfied with just maintaining the family mine. No, he was determined to make his own mark in the Klondike, a legendary land of gold and opportunity. And with that fiery ambition, he threw down a hopping $100,000 to purchase a new claim in Alaska's rich, untapped territory. Imagine that, 16 years old and already thinking about the millions waiting under that frozen ground. This was a life-changing moment, and Parker's journey into the depths of Alaskan gold mining began. Now fast forward, and here we are today, witnessing the fruits of Parker's relentless determination. His crew, split into two teams, was working tirelessly, digging deeper than anyone thought possible. The Wolf Cut crew was the first to make a breakthrough, digging 30 feet below the surface and unearthing a treasure trove of gold that had been hidden for years. The excitement was palpable. Imagine spending weeks on end in freezing conditions, and then finally you hit gold. It was enough to make anyone's heart race. But that wasn't all. Mitch and Tyson, leading the Drift Cut crew, were also out there hustling, desperate for their own big find to fund the entire operation. And guess what? They struck gold too. The Alaskan wilderness was finally giving up its treasures, and Parker's gamble was paying off in spades. News spread like wildfire, and suddenly Parker's name was on everyone's lips. The guy was on the brink of a gold mining fortune, and the whole world was watching. Yet just when you think this is the story of a simple gold rush, Parker flips the script. Instead of ramping up operations to cash in on his success, he makes a surprising decision. He closes down the mine. You might wonder, why on earth would he do that? Well, here's where Parker's true brilliance shines through. He knew that to maximize the value of this incredible find, he had to focus all of his crew's efforts on getting the gold out of the dirt, rather than spreading them too thin across multiple tasks. It was a calculated move to ensure that every last ounce of gold would be extracted efficiently and without waste. This is where the story gets even more intense. Parker and his team faced more challenges than just the rugged Alaskan terrain, equipment failures, tricky rock formations, and even the infamous Big Red mining machine breaking down. It was all part of the job. Every setback could have been a disaster, but Parker's team, a band of tough, hard-working miners, kept pushing forward, and when they finally got Big Red back up and running, the results were jaw-dropping. One cleaning session produced over 210 ounces of gold, and just weighing it had the crew on edge. The scale ticked higher and higher until it hit 360, over $500,000 in gold from one cleaning. Can you imagine the adrenaline rush? Parker wasn't just in the gold business anymore, he was swimming in it. And guess what he did next? He rewarded his crew by giving each of them gold worth over $122,000. That's right, Parker wasn't just mining for himself. He was sharing the wealth with the people who helped him get there. Talk about leadership. But the gold fever doesn't stop here, folks. As the season continued, Parker and his crew knew they were sitting on a gold mine, literally and figuratively. And with the winter fast approaching, the pressure was on to get as much out of the ground as possible. Parker's decision to close off the mine might have seemed risky, but it allowed him to focus, dig deeper, and ultimately come out on top. Now, here's the real takeaway, friends. Parker's Schnabel story is more than just a tale of striking it rich. It's about persistence, smart strategy, and knowing when to take risks. His journey reminds us that sometimes the boldest moves, like shutting down a mine, are the smartest ones. So whether you're dreaming of your own big break or just enjoying the thrill of the gold rush BR from your screen, remember, Parker's story: fortune favors the brave, but success is earned by the wise. Stay tuned for more updates, because who knows what Parker will do next. Keep chasing your own gold, and until next time, keep digging deep.